Drake, you. Unbranded. Drake, you. That's your problem. This can become you. Brand yourself. Time for the branding video. The branding video. The branding video.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully people understand the importance of this, because this is probably one of the most important videos I've ever shot.
He ain't lying.
What up, gang? Today I'm gonna teach you the only 5 branding tips that you're gonna need as a music artist. And this is a really big deal. This may be one of the most important videos that I've ever shooting. Forever. And mostly because artists don't actually understand how important this is. And I'm gonna explain that in this video, as well as teach you how to change that and take your career to the next level. And I'm not kidding you, this is not even like this exaggeration.
All right.
You do your branding first before you market. Every dollar that you spend on marketing will go 10 times further, meaning you'll gain fans 10 times faster. It's not an exaggeration, and I'm gonna explain to you, and I'll tell you why, and you're gonna see. I'm Rob Level, a music artist just like you. I've been in your shoes before, okay? And this is Smart Rapper to help you learn from my mistakes, and learn the things that I learn every single day as a music artist that's on the climb and on the grind. Bars. So make sure you subscribe, because I'm gonna help you with a lot of stuff. When you do subscribe, you're actually fighting the big record labels, because I'm helping independent artists. First, before we even start, I wanna thank you for watching this video. I'm happy I get to help you learn today. I'm gonna help you take your career to the next level. Seriously, one of the most important videos I've ever shot, and it's this one right now, all right? And again, I'm Rob Level, and if you don't know how I know what I know, well,
Can't touch this.
listen to the intro.
I'm Rob Level, a successful music artist that's been rapping for over 10 years. I've been posted everywhere from Complex to TMZ. I've had label deals, charted top 100, written songs for major artists with Grammy winners. On here, I teach you everything I learned in the music business. So as I learn, you get to learn too. This is Smart Rap.
Number 1, understand brand archetypes and then find yours.
In just 3 easy steps.
Every brand is at least one or a combination of 2, sometimes 3 different archetypes. And I'm talking about every single brand that you see every single solitary day of your life. Every one of them, they all have a brand archetype chosen, and their company's message and what they represent and everything like that is reflected inside of that archetype that they have. An archetype is basically like a cheat sheet way to actually build your brand. And I'm not just talking about big companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, which also have an archetype. I'm also talking about massive Fortune 500 companies, all the way down to individual music artists like you, even the ones that you know and love today, like superstar artists. Every one of them is an archetype or 2. So let's look at the brand archetypes, because you probably still don't know what I'm talking about. Now look at this. You can see that you recognize all of these companies, at least probably like 99% of these companies on this sheet. Why? Because a lot of them are the top companies in the world. And every artist, from Drake to the Baby to your favorite rapper, whatever, they all are one of these archetypes. They stuck to it, and that's what got them their fan base. Let me break it down a little bit for you. Is your music about helping people? Well, then maybe you're the hero archetype. You make street music talking about guns and gang life. Well, you might be the outlaw archetype. Are you the artist that talks about really relatable things, and you talk about things that you've lived in your life that a lot of people could relate to? Well, then you're the everyman archetype, because you're like every man. Don't get confused, I got your back, and I'll break this down more. Basically, you can look at these and you can determine which one of these are me, and then you build your entire brand around that archetype, okay? Now I break this down way more inside of my branding accelerator. I'll put a link below for that so you guys can get that. But aside from that, if you even go check out my branding accelerator, I'm gonna give you the free archetypes cheat sheet, as well as everything else I mentioned in this video. I'm gonna give you all these sheets so that you have them 100% free. You'll be able to download them, look at them, choose your archetype, and start building your brand, all right? 100% free, links below this video. Number 2, choose your brand colors based on the kind of music you make. I remember how much this blew my mind when I first saw it, so I want to show it to you and hopefully be the person that blows your mind when you see it. It's called a color emotion guide, right? And this is one for brands that I'm going to put on the screen for you. Every single color gives off an emotion in the human brain. Think about how you always hear red makes you angry, or it's devilish, or how pink is feminine and it calms you down, mellows you out, or how purple feels royal or creative. When it comes to branding, one of the easiest parts is choosing your brand colors. The color alone says a lot about your brand before anybody even hears your music or knows your message. So look at this chart. Which ones match the message that you have? It's that easy, you know? And again, I'll give you this as a free download below. So you don't have to stare at the screen, you can keep watching the video, I'll give you this for free. But really quick, look at the orange and look at blue. Why do you think that from the beginning, Smart Rapper's colors have been orange and light blue? I'm energetic, obviously. I'm confident, I'm friendly, and I help other people better their lives. That's from the orange, all right? Now for the light blue, or just blue in general, you could trust me, I'm dependable, and I had to be strong enough to get here myself to be able to help you today. That's the Smart Rapper brand right there. And if you know Smart Rapper because you're subscribed, then you already know why. Again, get your free download of these sheets below, because I don't want you to like skip or not do it because you don't have your hands on them. So don't make no excuses. They're gonna be below this video for free, okay? You're gonna be able to get the brand archetypes. It's gonna help you figure out your colors. I'm gonna give you all those sheets, okay? I got a bunch more tips that are gonna really blow your mind with this. First, I want to get you to subscribe. 5, 4, 3,
on your balls,
2,
grab a handful.
1.
Go!
Number 3, branding is the most important thing you will ever do for your music career. Not even kidding. Now that you know the rest of this video is gonna be super fun and entertaining, I really wanna make sure that I get across to you how massively important it is that you establish your branding as a music artist. First of all, like I said in the very beginning of this video, it will blow you up 10 times faster. When your brand's put together, you will gain fans 10 times faster. And this is why. Every single dollar that you spend on marketing is like having $10. So if you have $100, it's like you have $1,000. Now let me explain to you why, in case you're like, I don't understand why or how that's possible. This is because when you're branded properly, your music, your look, your colors, your logo, your message, what you stand for, they're all perfectly set up so that you know exactly who your brand is and who your target market and audience is. You know exactly the type of people that listen to your music based on what your message is. So you can hyper target these people. And when you hyper target these people to come listen to your music, and because you're already branded, you look 10 times more serious. So what happens there? They stick even easier. So you're targeting the perfect people with the perfect brand, perfect image, the perfect music. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You brand yourself and make the music you're making. But then you have to pull in the right people. Not everybody's your fan. I'm sorry. I used to think that that's how it was. No. People go like your music, but then I become like big fans. You gain a core audience of these people first, then you'll spread to the masses. Okay? It's way easier to gain these people first because they're already so attracted to your brand. Then you can get everybody else as a fan. If you try to do the opposite and go after everybody, you're probably just gonna fail and quit doing music.
Hey, damn, son.
Because most people don't have what it takes to stick it out. They just don't have the determination. So I want to help you cut years off of your life and years off of you wasting money trying to do things by simply just following my instructions here. And again, if you have a $1,000 marketing budget, it's gonna feel like you have a $10,000 marketing budget. Just think about that. That alone is worth branding yourself. And again, all these cheat sheets are gonna be below for you, okay? And while you're getting those, you can check out my Rapid Branding Accelerator. But the cheat sheets are all free. And if you want proof that the branding is super important, well, number 4. Branding is the first thing that a record label does when they sign an artist. It's the first thing.
First things first.
You'll notice the way the person dresses changes, their colors are there, they're established, they talk different because their message changes. Their message is more direct because they know exactly who they're talking to. You ever see somebody, oh, that's an industry plant. Yeah, he was. He was signed and then perfectly branded and boom, put in front of your ass. They have signature hairstyles. Yeah. They have that one thing, that unique indicator that sets them apart from somebody else. Suddenly their music changes, they sound different. Suddenly the beats are correct because it's on brand. Yeah. All of these things come together and then they spend marketing dollars promoting it because they know that $1 is gonna be like $10 if the artist is already branded properly. That's how important it is. It's the first thing a label does. Take that as proof if you don't believe me. And you know, now you know what you're thinking. Look, it's basically this. When you're well branded, people take you more seriously and you attract more people faster, way faster. So to help you understand why branding is so powerful, I wanna give you a visual representation and example. Using products off of a shelf because after all, you are a product and you're trying to sell it to people.
Ask me about my winner.
You're trying to get them to buy into you as an artist. Welcome to business. So let's say this, you're a music artist, and let's pretend this, okay? We're gonna pretend, we're just gonna say this is a product on the shelf, all right, okay? Just protein I take. Ignore the chocolatiness around it, okay? Let's pretend that this is an artist that is well branded. He has his colors chosen, his font choice, which is another factor as well because the font says a lot about you. Typography is very important. And I talk about that a lot more in the Branding Accelerator. The link is below, along with those cheat sheets, okay? But when you look at this on a shelf, you can clearly see what this product is and what this product is about. You can see how much protein it has. You can see it has probiotics. You can see the flavor right on the front. It's represented. You can see the color, which again, going back to blue, it's dependable, it's trustable. Why? Well, number one, this is a vegan protein. Other branded proteins don't typically use blue, but because it's vegan, it's something that has to be trusted. So this goes into sales psychology and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that, right? But this is a branded artist. And guess what? I bought it because it's well branded. And even you can understand it. Here's the problem. This is you when you're not branded. What the f is this?
Who the fuck is that?
Who is it?
Like who the fuck is that?
I don't get it.
Like what is this?
I'm not buying this. Why would you buy this? Better question. Why would anybody buy this? This is you if you're not branded. There's nothing different. You're normal. You're like everybody else. There's nothing unique about it. You're just blank.
Hey.
Because you haven't established the things that set you apart yet to sell yourself. While inside, you're the same damn protein. It's the same thing. You're amazing. This is Drake. This is you. Your music's just as good. You might be better. But ostensibly, or to all outward appearances, you appear to not be very serious because you're not branded. Who's gonna stick to this? You spend a marketing dollar. This is why people don't grow. How long you been marketing yourself? You've been marketing this if you ain't got your branding together. This is why you're not growing. Because people look at your stuff and they go, because you're not branded. It's that simple. This should be enough to get this across to you what branding is and why it's important as a music artist. Drake, you, unbranded, Drake, you. That's your problem. This can become you. Brand yourself. And lastly, if it's on a shelf side by side with something else, let's put it into the competition factor. If there's another rapper that they're gonna check out or become a fan of, and you're next to them on the same shelf, side by side, whose music are they gonna listen to? Whose music are you gonna listen to? It's that simple. Brand yourself. And that's why you have to do that branding before you spend money marketing. Because when you're marketing this, people are 10 times more likely to actually buy into it. When you're marketing this, it doesn't matter how much money you spend. No one cares.
You ain't lying.
That's why people don't grow as artists. And look, I know branding sounds really complicated and like it's difficult, but it's really, really not. It's just a couple key things. And these are the things that I'm showing you. Once you identify these things, you're gonna grow way faster. Even if your music sucks, you'll grow 10 times faster. I just want you to know it's not as hard as you may think it is. And I think you're kind of learning from this video the small things. You start with the archetype and just go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna show you guys all this stuff in my branding accelerator. All this stuff. 21. You find your brand within a couple days. And number 5, which is the most important part of actually building your brand as a music artist, is you have to zone in on your message. If you're still confused and can't figure out what your brand colors are, you can't figure out what your archetype is, I want you to follow the instructions I'm gonna give you right now, okay? Get a piece of paper out, get a pen, or get your phone out and open a notepad. And it's this easy. Number 1, I want you to write down, and it's super simple, it just has to be a couple words. Write the words that you think describes you as an artist. How do you think other people describe you? And then how do you think that you describe you? What words describe you as an artist? For example, for me and for my music, I'd write fearless, I'd write strong, I'd write confident, I write honest. I already said honest, that's how you know it's one of the good ones. Determined, ambitious, inspirational, motivational, angry, overly emotional, demands respect. I just made that list that fast. You can do the same thing, okay? Because that tells you about me. Not everybody's gonna have those same words. Those are the key words for me as an artist. Yours are gonna be different. Yours could be depressed, sad. What are they? Write them down. It's gonna tell you what your brand, okay? Number 2, you need to write down why you actually make music. And then you need to also write where you want to be 5 years from now. It's not that hard, it's not that much writing. It's not that hard to think about. You should already know where you want to be going. What are your goals and your dreams with music? Where do you want to be at? What level do you want to reach? What we're doing here in number 2 is you're looking for your why or your purpose or your passion behind why you actually make music. Because this is actually shining through every song that you make, whether you realize it or not. And that's a massive part of your brand. Because once you know your purpose, you can find and hone in on your message. And then you'll also watch your music get better because your music will start forming around this message and people really start resonating with your brand through that. So number 3, then you're gonna wanna write down what message do you want people to receive when they listen to your music? How do you want them to feel? Happy, motivated? Does it make them feel tough and strong because it's gangster or street music? There's no limits here. How do you want them to feel? Pressed? Sad for you? Then write down how do you want your music to affect their lives and how do you want it to affect the people around them? Seems like a lot, guys, but it's not. These are just a couple sentences. And these will actually tell you your purpose because nobody ever sits down and does this. Right there in front of you on less than a page of paper is who you are and what you represent as a person, who you become today after all of your years of being alive and creating music and everything. It's right there. You may not even have understood it or realized it. It is right there. That's your brand. Now, of course, there's more to it than this, but you have your foundation of your brand right there. This is gonna help you leaps and bounds beyond where you started before you started this video. I promise you. And so you don't get confused because you may not have written those questions down. I'll also include those questions in the cheat sheets below so you can get the branding archetype, the color emotion guide, all these sheets that you've seen on screen. I'm gonna provide them for you in a link below, free download. Okay, and while you're there, you can check out my branding accelerator so you'll be able to find your brand in a couple days.
Damn,
everything
son.
About your brand, you'll be able to fully establish. Even get your logos and everything made. I'm telling you, this is what's gonna take you to the next level. There's a reason why record labels sign people and then brand them immediately.
Yeah, son!
There's a reason for that, guys. And it's pretty obvious. If companies worth millions and millions of dollars who run the music industry are doing this, there's a reason. It's massively important and you need to do it now before you ever promote another song. I'm telling you. All right, so please hit me with a subscribe so me and you can help fight the record labels so they don't have all the power and control because I'm helping independent artists like you so we don't need them, all right? So remember, when you subscribe, you're helping me fight the music labels, okay? Again, I'm gonna put all those cheat sheets below for you for free. Once you click that, it's gonna bring you to a page. You're gonna be able to download them 100% free, all that stuff, including these questions, so you don't skip that part. And on that same page is my branding accelerator. So any music artist is gonna be able to grow their brand after you take the branding accelerator, okay? I help you really ease you through the entire process, and you're gonna find your brand like that, all right? No pressure. But get the free cheat sheets, because I know you're not gonna go back through this video, you're not gonna go write those questions down, but you need to do this. You're gonna take 5 minutes to go do this sometime. Do it later, do it tomorrow. Just go get that free download. Get everything, and then build your brand sometime in the very near future. But you need to do it before you start releasing any more music and before you start spending marketing dollars, because you waste your money. I mean, if you think about it, you get my branding accelerator, it pays for itself the first time you release a song. Because after you take my branding accelerator, every dollar you spend is gonna be worth $10. So you're pretty much losing money if you don't get your brand established first, all right? And I can help you with that. Either way, go get the cheat sheets. I'm done talking. Links are below. I'm glad, and I hope this video helps you out. If you made it this far, I'm sure it did. All right, so hit me with a like too, all right? Get your stuff below. Keep hustling, gang, and I'll see you at the top.
Level. Ooh, I would've thought by now that I'd be